What's going on, everyone, and welcome to day 12 of our Juniper Networking series. In today's video, we'll be talking about the difference between the active and candidate configuration when it comes to our Juniper networking devices. If you guys are coming from a Cisco background, this is one of the big differences between the two vendors. Cisco, as you input your CLI commands, the effects take place immediately. And all you really have to worry about is copying your running configuration to your startup configuration. But on Juniper, it's a little bit different. You can type in all of your CLI commands and those changes do not take effect immediately. You have to commit the changes in order for your CLI changes that you have put on the device to actually take effect. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into our demonstration on the difference between our active configuration and our candidate configuration. So in our last video, we made some changes to the Gigabit Ethernet 001 and also the Gigabit Ethernet 002 interfaces. And they have IP addresses on them. And we're dealing with a switch, and usually those interfaces are in the Ethernet switching family. So let's just demonstrate that. Let's do a show interfaces terse. And we can see that right now in our active configuration, the GE001 and GE002 both have IP addresses configured on their interfaces. So let's do a quit there and let's do an edit. And let's do a set. Well, first let's delete the interfaces. So let's do a delete interfaces. GE001 unit 0 family iNet. And let's also do a delete interfaces. GE delete interfaces GE002 unit 0 family iNet. And let's make one more change. Let's change the host name. So let's do a set system host name to Ben's Switch, and let's put YouTube, and let's hit enter there. So we've made all of these changes, but we do not see any changes that have happened to our configuration. We do not see a change to the host name. And let's do a run show interfaces terse to see if those IP addresses are still on those interfaces. And they are. So we have made the changes, but they have not taken place. And on Cisco, if we would have made these changes, they would have taken effect immediately. So let's do a command that we can use to show the difference between our active and candidate configuration. So that command is show pipe compare. So when we run this command, we can see what is going to be added to our active configuration once we commit the changes. So we can see that our host name is going to be subtracted, and that host name is going to be Ben Switch number 1. So that is going to be taken away, and it's going to add our host name of Ben Switch YouTube once we commit these changes. We can also see that we were going to be subtracting the iNet address on the Gigabit Ethernet 001 interface, and we're also going to be subtracting the IP address on the Gigabit Ethernet 002 interface. So these are the changes that are currently within our candidate configuration. So let's commit these changes. So if I do a commit and do a context sensitive help, I also want to show you guys this. You have a lot of different options that you can run when you type commit. You can just type commit and execute the command. You could do a commit and quit, which once your configuration check succeeds, you will be taken back to operational mode. You could do a commit at and set a actual time. You could do a commit check, which makes sure that your syntax is correct for your candidate configuration, and that once you actually commit the changes, that the device is going to accept that commit. You could do a commit comment. You could do a commit confirmed. So if the commit does not succeed, it'll roll back to another commit. And there's a lot more options that you can do within the commit. So in this case, we want to just do a commit and quit. Okay, and let's hit enter there. Alright, so our commit was successful. Now, the changes that we made have taken effect on this device, and they are in our active configuration. So you can see now that our switch hostname has changed to BizSwitch YouTube. So that was one of the changes that we made to this device. So now if I do a show interfaces terse, hopefully the GE001 and also the GE002 interfaces, hopefully the IP addresses are now going on those interfaces. So let's check. Yep. So now we can see that the GE001 and also the GE002, their protocol does not have the iNet anymore. And also we do not see the IP address that was there before in the local field. Okay. So that is a demonstration on the difference between the active configuration and the candidate configuration. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video in day 12 of our Juniper Networking series. I hope to see you in day 13. Until then, peace out.